Well, g'day everyone, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're doing it to, I don't mind. Bushka on Blitz here, wonderful to have you with me here today as we look at the Oasis Palms 2.0 official update. Now, the meta game on Oasis Palms is a little bit ridiculous these days. Lots of heavies and mediums camping in the respawn, shots from across the map that kill you, you never see the tank that fired them. And they've done a really good job at changing that meta game. This is a flattened out map. It's still got contours, it's still got lovely rolling dunes, but it doesn't have those huge commanding sniper positions on the flanks, and it doesn't have the well-defended respawns where people can just sit and camp. You can see that broken red line there. That's the dried out riverbed or wadi that is in the middle of the map, dissecting it neatly in two, and it allows you access to the rest of the map. Even when things are going a bit pear-shaped all over, you can drop down into this area here to escape fire or move along concealed and then turn right or left out of the wadi into important areas of tactical importance, like the cap circle to reset a cap, or like the temple which is across the way from it. Here you have the villages which are set out along the edges of that broken red line or the wadi. Great little urban areas where you can side scrape, brawl, move up in concealment, help to flank. Really important spaces, and you can see this map's all broken up, and that broken cover allows tanks to move up incrementally and safely. If you want to stop and advance along that flank, you are going to have to go and stop it yourself. You can't rely on someone stopping it for you from respawn, and you certainly can't rely on a medium 300 feet above ground level sniping without ever being seen to stop it for you. That's not saying there aren't strategic points of importance. This northwestern camp can help cover a flank, but it cannot cover a whole map, and I think that's brilliant. The most important part of the map for me is probably this temple area here in the middle opposite the cap circle. Very, very good part of the map if you're a heavy and you want to angle off buildings or side scrape or move forward and cover that wadi and cut people off who are trying to get past on a flank. But again, it's not impregnable. There are areas and channels around it where sneaky tanks can get through and put shots in the rear and flanks of enemy tanks who are side scraping off these buildings. And this area in the southeastern corner is where the mediums are going to meet. When you flank hard and fast at the start of the game, there's this big open dance floor where you go mano a mano against every other medium that you can find, and there is no area there where they can get support fire in from heavy tanks or tank destroyers. There's just too many dunes in the way, and that's the interesting thing about this map. There are so many little parts to it. The cap circle, finally. They might have spent a lot of time in this map, but they didn't put up many fences. This thing is wide open as it should be. You won't win many on cap here. And it's primarily going to be used to draw out campers or people who are fleeing, trying to get a draw and force a draw. Even then, look, it's a wide open cap circle. You can attack it from the towns, you can attack it from the temple, the camp in the corner. You'll see I'll go up a rolling dune in a second in a comet and look directly down into that cap circle. It's just wide open. It's not a map that's going to get capped, and I love that. I hate winning on a cap, and I hate maps that encourage that kind of behaviour. And this map really goes the opposite direction. It encourages lots and lots of individual battles and fights. Lots of areas where you can just get mixed up in a bit of a brawl and no one else can see and support it. So it really makes you move and react and work as a team. And the tanks that stick together and work as a team will do better on this map. You can see here, if you're in a heavy and you get caught out on a flank, these dunes are around you. They're going to break up line of sight. No one will be able to see and support you from the other side of the map like the current Oasis Palms encourages. If you sit in the spawn, it's a pretty flat open area, guys. You're going to get drilled. You're going to get pinged, and it offers no great advantage to you in terms of lines of fire and fields of view. Look, I think it's a fair map. I think it's a brilliant map. It's going to be one of my favourites, and if not the favourite. And more to the point, I think it's a huge improvement on a map that really needed to be taken out of the game. I couldn't be happier with what Wargaming's done. It's glorious to look at. The models themselves look fantastic in this map. Everything about it is positive for me. and I think it's going to suit a lot more people than the current version of Oasis Palms does. It's going to encourage fluid gameplay, guys. It's going to encourage the kind of gameplay that you look for when you pick the game up. Even Temple here, you'll see people are set up and side scraping here. You can get around behind them without being seen in concealment and hammer their flanks and their rear. That's because you have to have cover, you have to have teamwork, you have to have a wingman. If you don't on this map, you're going to be wide open. I love it. I think it's glorious, and you never know what's around the next corner. You can turn down from the top of the steps into the bottom of the waddy, and you just don't know what you're going to find. You could be coming up behind someone, you could run into a few extra enemy tanks, and unfortunately, that's what I do here. Well, I've been Bushka on Blitz. You've been bloody lovely. Thanks for having me in your earphones today. If you've liked it, why not subscribe to the channel, follow along at Bushka on Blitz on Twitter, or just pop along to the forums or in-game and say g'day. Thanks very much again, guys, and stay safe on the battlefield.